in the rat race doesn't always translate to being in a 9 to 5 job against a contrary belief. You can be happy in a 9 to 5 job and still escape this trap. Just understand the signs and work on bettering it. Hi there. If you're new here, I'm Anjana and I share my personal thoughts here on intentional living, financial freedom, and travel with the hope of bringing some value into your life. Today, I'm going to be real and ruthless in sharing some eye opening signs that you might be stuck in the rat race. I know these can be tough to hear, but it's crucial to recognize them if we want to make a change. I have done it and I have been benefited by it. So I ask you to be patient and stick with me through the entire video. I know it's slightly long, but by the end, we'll have a clear understanding of these signs, and the awareness will empower us to take meaningful action to resolve them. Also, remember that being in the rat race doesn't always translate to being in a 9 to 5 job against a contrary belief. You can be happy in a 9 to 5 job and still escape this trap. Just understand the signs and work on bettering it. Now, let's dive in and face the truth head on. Sign number one: your time is not yours anymore. Picture this: you wake up early in the morning, rush through your breakfast, and head straight to work. Your entire day is consumed by meetings, emails, and deadlines. By the time you get home, you're exhausted, and all you can do is prepare for the next day. Weekends are no better, filled with chores, errands, and social obligations that leave you no time to rest or pursue your interests. You feel like you're on a never ending treadmill, running faster and faster but never getting ahead. Your schedule is packed to the brim, and there's no room for personal relaxation or hobbies. When your time is monopolized by obligations and responsibilities, leaving you with little to no time for yourself, it's a glaring sign that you're caught in the rat race. This constant busyness prevents you from enjoying life and pursuing activities that will bring you joy and fulfillment. Sign number two: you're constantly comparing your wealth and social status to others. This is a classic indicator that you're stuck in the rat race. Imagine this: you're scrolling through social media, seeing photos of friends on exotic vacations, buying new cars, or moving into bigger houses. Instead of feeling happy for them, you start to feel inadequate. You wonder why you don't have those things and what you're doing wrong. This comparison game becomes a daily habit, making you feel like you're always falling short. It's not just about social media either. At work, you notice who gets promotions and bonuses, and you can't help but compare their progress to yours. You measure your success by their standards, constantly chasing after what they have. This comparison can make you feel behind even if you're doing well by your own measures. It keeps you in a cycle of dissatisfaction, always striving for more to keep up with others rather than appreciating with what you have. This mindset traps you in the rat race, making it hard to find true contentment and happiness. Think about your daily routine. You wake up, go to work, complete your tasks, come home, and repeat the cycle. But somewhere along the way, you've lost touch with what genuinely excites you. You're not pursuing activities or goals that ignite your passion or give your life a sense of purpose. Instead, you're focused solely on meeting deadlines, achieving targets, and fulfilling responsibilities. Your job might pay the bills, but it leaves you feeling empty and unfulfilled. You don't feel a connection to the work you do, and there's no joy or excitement in your day. Weekends and evenings, which could be spent exploring your interests, are instead consumed by catching up on rest or preparing for the next week's grind. You start to feel like a cog in a machine, working tirelessly without any real direction or meaning. This lack of passion and purpose drains your energy and enthusiasm, making life feel monotonous and uninspiring. It's a stark indication that you're stuck in the rat race where your true aspirations are sidelined in favor of merely keeping up with the demands of everyday life. Sign number four: you're waking up without any excitement to live the day to your best. Think about how you feel when your alarm goes off in the morning. Do you jump out of bed, eager to tackle the day, or do you hit snooze repeatedly, dreading the thought of facing another mundane routine? If it's the latter, you're likely caught in a cycle that lacks inspiration and enthusiasm. Each day feels like a repeat of the last with no sense of adventure or purpose. You go through the motions, commuting to work, performing your tasks, and then returning home feeling drained and unfulfilled. This lack of excitement can make your days feel long and tedious, as there's nothing to look forward to or get passionate about. Even your weekends might feel the same, filled with chores and obligations rather than activities that bring you joy. This constant state of indifference and boredom is a clear sign that you're stuck. Where? In the rat race, where life is more about survival and less about thriving and enjoying the journey. It's a wake up call to re-evaluate what truly excites you and to find ways to incorporate that into your daily life. Number five, you believe that only owning material things will make you happy or successful. You're constantly chasing after the next big purchase, a new car, or bigger house, the latest gadgets, thinking that these things will finally bring you happiness and a sense of achievement. You equate success with accumulation of wealth and possessions, but despite acquiring more and more, the satisfaction is always short lived and you quickly find yourself wanting something else. This relentless pursuit can leave you feeling perpetually dissatisfied as there's always something newer or better to strive for. Your focus on material wealth overshadows other aspects of life that bring true happiness, like relationships, experiences, and personal growth. You might find yourself working long hours, sacrificing time with loved ones, and neglecting your health, all in the name of earning more money to buy more things. This mindset traps you, where your self worth and happiness are tied to external possessions rather than internal fulfillment. It's a never ending cycle again that leaves you chasing after an elusive sense of contentment that material things alone can never provide. Number six, you're always struggling to pay the bills. Despite working hard, you find yourself living paycheck to paycheck, constantly worrying about how to cover your expenses. Each month, you anxiously await your next paycheck, knowing that most of it will be spent almost immediately on rent, utilities, groceries, and other necessities. Unexpected expenses like car or home repairs or medical bills throw your budget into chaos, adding to your financial stress. This struggle to stay afloat financially consumes your thoughts and energy, leaving little room for anything else. You might take on extra work or side hustles to make the ends meet, sacrificing your time and well being in the process. Even with all this effort, it feels like you're barely keeping your head above water. This constant financial strain is a hallmark of the rat race, where despite your relentless effort, true financial stability and peace of mind seem always just out of reach. It's a draining cycle that makes it difficult to enjoy life, pursue your passions, or even plan for the future, keeping you trapped in a state of worry and exhaustion. Sign number seven, you have guilt while spending money on yourself. And you do manage to treat yourself, whether it's buying a new book, going out for a nice meal, or indulging in a small luxury, do you find yourself feeling a pang of guilt? This guilt often stems from a sense that you should be saving or spending your money on more important things like bills or obligations rather than on your personal enjoyment. You might feel like on yourself is selfish. This guilt can overshadow the joy that should come from treating yourself and can make you feel like you're not allowed to prioritize your own happiness. Instead of enjoying these moments, you end up feeling anxious or regretful. This mindset reflects the rat race mentality, where financial responsibilities and societal expectations take precedence over your own well being. It's a sign that you're putting yourself last, driven by a fear of not measuring up or falling short, rather than embracing the balance and self care that you truly deserve. Sign number eight, you're constantly worried about your work or your life. If you find yourself unable to switch off from work, constantly thinking about deadlines or the next project, it shows that work related stress is consuming your life. This worry doesn't just stay confined to office hours, it spills over into your personal time, affecting your sleep, your health, and your overall quality of life. You might lie awake at night, your mind racing with thoughts about work, or you could feel a persistent anxiety about your future and your ability to meet various demands. This constant state of worry can be overwhelming, making it hard to relax or enjoy your downtime. It reflects a life where the pressures of work and life responsibilities are so intense that they overshadow everything else, leaving you feeling caught and on edge. This chronic stress indicates that the balance between work and personal well being is severely off kilter. Sign number 9, you're not fully present when you're with your loved ones. When you're constantly preoccupied with work or life's demands, it becomes challenging to fully engage with the people who matter most to you. During family dinners, social gatherings, or quality time with friends, you might find yourself distracted by work emails, future obligations, or worries about your to-do list. Instead of being emotionally and mentally present, you're often physically there but mentally elsewhere. This lack of presence can strain your relationships, creating a disconnect between you and your loved ones. It's a sign that the pressures of your daily routine are interfering with your ability to truly connect and enjoy meaningful moments. The rat race mentality keeps you focused on productivity and responsibilities to the point where it negatively impacts your personal interactions and overall emotional well being. Finally, sign number 10, you are not living consciously. If you find yourself going through your days on autopilot, waking up, working, eating, and sleeping without truly engaging with what you're doing, you're likely missing out on the richness of life. Your routine becomes so automatic that you stop noticing the small, meaningful details or reflecting on your choices. Instead of being mindful of your actions and decisions, you're simply reacting to the demands and pressures around you. This lack of awareness can make life feel repetitive and uninspiring, as if you're merely existing rather than truly living. It's a sign that you're stuck in a cycle where the daily grind overshadows your ability to live with intention and purpose. Recognizing this pattern is crucial as it highlights the need to reconnect with your values and priorities to break free from the monotonous and disengaged way of living. So, there you have it, the 10 signs that you might be caught in the rat race. Now that you're aware of these indicators, and if any of these resonate with you, remember that recognizing them is the first step towards making a change, and you have already completed that step. It's now important to address these issues so you can start moving towards a more fulfilling and balanced life. If you're ready to take action and escape the rat race, check out the video pinned right here. In this video, I share my personal journey and practical tips on how I broke free from this cycle. It's your turn now. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and share your experiences in the comments. Let's work together to reclaim our time and live our lives to the fullest. Love you, and may the universe keep guiding you. Always.